Hello everyone, welcome back. Today this video will be going over anatomy of the skull. So we'll be learning how the structure of the skull looks and how it all should lay underneath the muscles and fat and skin and all of that. So let's begin with this reference image. First of all, there is male skull at the top and female skull at the bottom, but today we'll be going over basic anatomy of the skull, so we're not gonna look into differences between these two skulls, but I'll make a video on that in the future. So let's start with this. So the widest part of the skull from front is this part and this part. So when we look on from not perspective but this orthographic view, then these parts should protrude beyond everything else. But if you look from perspective view, so when you look like this, the widest part of the skull should be this part. And then the next, the jaw is there, so there is a lot of muscle on top of this bone. So when you sculpt, you should know that the bone itself is a lot more inside, and majority of what you see on the character is muscles and fat. And then from this side view, the widest part are this part and this teeth, so like this. And there is important part is this, so your ear hole is this, it is there. From these two widest parts, it is roughly in the middle, and so the jaw should go at a slight angle there. Then this cheekbone, it looks very prominent in the skull, so there is not a lot of bone in there and not a lot of bone in there. So majority of what you see on the face, on the outside of the face, is again muscles and fat. So that's handy to know. And then the eyes, they're like an oval like this, and they go at a slightly tilted angle, so they're not like this but like this slightly. And there is a lot of empty space there behind your eye on your skull, and there's gonna be a lot of, not a lot, but there's gonna be this big muscle that goes from here and it goes inside there. And then from your eyebrows, the eyebrow there, it is gonna be there, and it is gonna be protruding a bit more than your cheekbone. So when you draw like this, it is gonna be a bit forward than your cheekbone, and then this eyebrow from the top view, it is gonna be not this straight, but more like this. So like this, and it's gonna be like this, your eye holes. And then his teeth, they also aren't that, they don't go like this, but more like this. So that's gonna be your teeth, and on top of that there is gonna be a lot of muscle and fat. So I think we went through majority of what we need. There is also this part, it is behind your ear, and it connects muscles from your neck, that muscle that goes to your collarbone, and that muscle connects there and connects there. So knowing this, all of this is very important, because you're gonna know where muscles connect and how they work, and then your sculpts are gonna be a lot better in turn. So you should know all of this and practice sculpting skulls. So here we have a sphere, and we will make it into a skull, a basic one, so it's not gonna be gendered or gonna have a very realistic look, but it will have a basic anatomy of the skull. So we'll start from this and carve out, let me decrease the intensity, and we'll carve out the eye holes, and then the nose, we'll mark the ending of the nose and where teeth would be. Now his head looks very white. Another thing that I forgot is this view from the top. So from the top, this skull, top of your head, should make this like we do this. It should make this egg shape. So you see how it is white on this part and narrow in this part. So it's kinda like an egg. And another part that is important is this from the side. This is top of your head, and from your forehead should go like this, but it depends on the gender. So if you're making a female, so your forehead should be a lot more straight, and if you're making a male, it should go more like this back. But we're not talking today about that, so let's get back to sculpting a head. And this part, back of the head, there it should go like this. So from this view, it's again should look like an egg. So like this. And this part like this. So let's change it a bit to look like look like an egg. Yes, and now let's mark the middle of the head. It's gonna be roughly there. Right now the head looks a bit long, so let's move it, squish it a bit. Now let's start with the nose. So the nose should look like this, and now it's looking good. Now let's carve out the cheekbones. just like you see in our reference image. All of this, as you remember, should go in, and eyebrows, as you remember, should be this curved. Now let's do the jaw. This bottom of the jaw should look like this, so it has a bit of the curve there, like this, and then becomes more straight there, like this, and this part should be straight. Now let's do the teeth, and as you remember, like I said, the teeth should go in like this. Now this jawline should go in. Now there should be a hole, like there. As you remember, I said there is an ear hole through which you hear things, and on top of that ear hole goes your ear. And then this part where the muscle from your neck connects, and now we got the basic skeleton. Now let's add a bit more detail to it. The nose should be like a triangle, and in this part, the bottom of your nose, so cartridge of your nose goes here, and this part of the nose is very curved and goes like this, and eyebrows, so eyebrows go like this from this part. They're very prominent and they go like this and become more smooth on this part, and behind there it goes like this, and there is a space for muscles, and there the eyebrows become more prominent and help you shape your forehead. And there goes a line like this, and on this line all of this big muscle that goes there, it connects on this line and goes under this bone, cheekbone. And there at your forehead in the middle there is a bit of like this, so a little bump, so it happens like this. Your skull connects here like this, it's divided, and then it connects there in the middle, and it creates this bump. There is no bone here. Yes, so now as you can see we have a pretty good skull mock-up. So we can add more details and get the actual skull out of here, but I'm not gonna be doing that, and I'll leave this model like this, and we'll be coming back to this model in the next video, and I'll be talking about all the muscles in the head and how they connect and how they work. So subscribe if you want to see that content, and leave a like if you like the video, and I see you in the next one.